Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we're diving into one of the most unique duos in all of Hero Wars, Alliance, the young master and her loyal beast, the legendary Astrid and Lucas. Unlike any other hero in the Dominion, Astrid doesn't walk into battle alone. She comes with her fierce companion Lucas, and together they create a playstyle unlike anyone else in the game. She isn't just a marksman, she's a two-in-one hero who can shift tempo, absorb punishment, and turn fights completely upside down. So let's explore exactly what makes Astrid and Lucas such a fascinating pair. We'll go through their skills one by one, talk about their builds, skins, glyphs, artifacts, gift of the elements, talismans, and of course the strategies and counters you'll need to know. And along the way, I'll show you why this duo can be one of the most disruptive and entertaining picks you can add to your team. Let's begin with the skills. Astrid's first skill is Go For It, Lucas. And this is the heart of their identity. At the start of every battle, Lucas begins with 25% rage, and he builds more as Astrid continues to attack. Once that rage meter hits 100%, Astrid can unleash his true form. Lucas charges into rage form and moves to the front line, where he starts attacking enemies directly and drawing their blows. But here's the clever twist, Lucas doesn't take normal damage in rage form. Instead, every hit he absorbs reduces his rage meter by 7%. When the meter finally empties, Lucas retreats to Astrid's side, back into his passive form. Now, why is this skill so unique? First, it doesn't rely on energy like most other ultimates, it runs purely on rage. That means Astrid and Lucas completely bypass interactions with energy stealers like Astaroth's devastation. Lucas also comes with another fascinating quirk: while in rage form, he can't be debuffed at all. 0 armor, 0 magic defense, no debuffs. He simply acts as a wall, an untouchable beast that can eat massive, even millionaire hits, as long as the rage meter isn't fully drained. This mechanic alone makes Astrid and Lucas one of the strangest and most disruptive tanks you can field. Next up is Rampant Nature, their second skill. This one's all about speed. Astrid boosts her own attack and skill speed for 9 seconds. But if Lucas is in rage form, the buff applies to him instead. And here's the kicker, Lucas even gets this buff the instant he transforms into rage form. That means the moment he jumps forward, he starts striking faster and faster, piling on damage and pressure. If he's in rage form long enough, those accelerated strikes can shred fragile frontliners like Kark or even punch through tanks who aren't prepared for that kind of tempo. Rampant Nature is a perfect example of how this duo keeps momentum on their side. Then we come to the third skill, Predator's Charge. This one is a passive, but it's brutal. Every consecutive attack Lucas makes while in rage form gets stronger and stronger. Specifically, each strike ramps his damage by 6.5%. That may not sound like much, but when Lucas is hitting multiple times under Rampant Nature's speed boost, that damage starts to snowball quickly. It's the classic case of the longer he's left alone, the scarier he becomes. Keep Lucas in rage form long enough, and he becomes a real monster, tearing apart even durable enemies through sheer momentum. Finally, we have Tracker's Mark, their fourth skill. This is another passive, and it brings one of Astrid and Lucas's strongest control effects. Every one of Astrid's attacks places a Tracker's Mark on her target for 4 seconds. If Lucas in rage form attacks that marked enemy, they get stunned. It's a short stun, but it's constant. Every mark becomes an opportunity to shut down the opponent's frontline. And when you're facing dangerous threats like tanks that need to keep tempo or damage dealers waiting to get their ultimate off, these little stuns can completely shift the battle in your favor. Tracker's mark ensures that Astrid and Lucas aren't just disruptive, they're a real control powerhouse. So that's the skill set: rage mechanics, speed buffs, ramping damage, and constant stun control. A kit unlike any other in Hero Wars. But how do you actually build this duo for maximum impact? Let's break it down. For items of rank, focus on boosting armor penetration and health. That combination gives Astrid staying power while letting her actually punch through tougher defenses. Early on, items like the Siege Crossbow, the Governor, and Moriner's Glaive will give you a strong foundation. As you move into orange ranks, grab Grobulga's Poleaxe, Ruler's Globus, and Unity of Extremes. These will bring Astrid and Lucas into mid-game with the stats they need to actually make Lucas's rage form feel threatening, while keeping Astrid alive long enough to support him. By orange +3 or +4, Astrid and Lucas become a solid investment for the long haul. Now let's talk skins. Astrid and Lucas currently have 6 skins: the default skin, 2 physical attack skins, an armor penetration skin, an armor skin, and a health skin with A+ version. Here's the priority. First, max the armor penetration skin. Without armor penetration, Astrid's damage falls flat. This is what unlocks her offensive potential and makes Lucas's strikes actually matter against tanks. Next, go for the health skin with the plus version. Astrid herself is still fragile, and giving her more health ensures she stays alive longer to keep fueling Lucas's rage meter. After that, invest in the default skin, which scales both her damage and survivability by boosting agility. Then, add in the 2 physical attack skins, which directly ramp up her basic attacks and Lucas's damage. Finally, leave the armor skin for last, since Astrid already has decent armor as an agility hero. If she ever gets another armor penetration or health skin in the future, those will instantly become top priorities. On to the glyphs. Astrid and Lucas's glyphs are physical attack, health, armor penetration, and agility. Prioritization is key here. Start with armor penetration to give her the ability to cut through defenses right away. Then boost health so she can survive on the field. Next, invest in agility, since it not only boosts damage but also improves armor. After that, add in physical attack to further scale her output. And finally, raise armor as the least impactful glyph in mid-game, though still useful for overall durability. Bring them all up to level 40 for efficiency unless you're chasing full skill class progression. Now, let's talk artifacts. Astrid and Lucas's weapon artifact grants armor to the entire team when Lucas transforms into rage form. Their book artifact increases armor penetration and physical attack, while the ring artifact boosts agility. The order of priority here is simple: start with the book artifact, because it dramatically increases Astrid and Lucas's offensive output. Next, invest in the ring artifact, which scales with agility and boosts both survivability and damage. Finally, upgrade the weapon artifact. While sharing armor with the team is nice, it's not as impactful compared to raw damage and penetration. Still, against heavy physical teams, that armor boost can be a clutch layer of protection. For the gift of the elements, there's no hesitation: max out health and physical attack. Astrid and Lucas thrive when Astrid stays alive and Lucas hits hard. Without both stats, the duo falls apart. Now onto the talismans. Their first talisman boosts agility and armor penetration, absolutely essential for cutting through defenses and scaling Astrid's agility. Their second talisman grants physical attack and critical hit chance. Both are excellent, but the second talisman is VIP, and harder to obtain. Still, either talisman will push Astrid and Lucas into much higher performance. Without them, they can still work fine, but with talismans unlocked, their scaling becomes far more dangerous. So that's how you build Astrid and Lucas. But of course, no hero is unstoppable. Let's talk about counters. One of the biggest counters is Iris. Her inner fire interacts directly with Tracker's marks. Whenever Lucas tags the front line with marks, Iris converts those into devastating true damage, punishing Astrid's control mechanic. Cleaver is another answer. He can yank Astrid to the front line with Rusty Hook, making her vulnerable even if Lucas is raging. Chabba can completely swallow Lucas while he's in rage form, neutralizing his presence on the battlefield and stalling Astrid's biggest weapon. And finally, Dark Star can disrupt Astrid and Lucas by disabling buffs, pushing Lucas back, or immobilizing him, denying the pair their momentum. So Guardians, that's Astrid and Lucas. A duo that feels like two heroes in one, with unique mechanics, rage-based tempo, and some of the strangest interactions you'll see in Hero Wars. Built properly, they're a disruptive frontline tank and backline marksman combined, a hero who can stall, stun, and shred all at once. But built carelessly, they'll fall apart under heavy counters like Iris or Chabba. And that's it for today's deep dive. What do you think about Astrid and Lucas, Guardians? Are you already using them in your lineups, or are you still figuring out how to unlock their full potential? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to hear your strategies and experiences. If you enjoyed this guide, hit that like button, subscribe to Olympus Alliance for more Hero Wars content, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.